Hey there, it's Kay, and I want to thank you so much for joining me for today's budget planning video. Today I have another update in my April budget. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my real numbers for April paycheck number 2, as well as doing some variable spending check-in to see how I'm doing with my new restricted numbers. So let's get going. In my big Frixion planner, I'm going to need the budget section. And we need April's budget. And if you didn't see the first update, I printed a lot of my sheets out of order. So I opened up to Paycheck 2. But I am going to be using Paycheck 2, the weekly check-in, the calendar, and my half classic transaction log. So first things first, I do want to start with the numbers on my budget here. The numbers that you already see here are my estimated values based off of my monthly budget, and Paycheck 2 is always like a pretty short and simple one. I usually just use it to pay like rent, utilities, and a little bit of extra debt. So very good news. I did estimate a $1,000 paycheck. My paycheck came in because I have some PTO and overtime and stuff just kind of overlapping. My paycheck came out to $1,400 even too. And so I'm in a surplus of $400, which is like, ooh, what am I going to do with that money? So we're gonna take that $1,400 down, and this rent number is fixed, so it came out to $821. My utilities, I estimated 107, and they came out to 101, so it was very, very close, but I was still under. So I was plus 400, and there's 0 there, but because I ended up spending less than I budgeted for, that gives me a little bit more surplus. It gives me a $6 surplus. So now I have 406 extra, and we have 922. So I need my calculator really quick. So I have 478. And I am not going to be adding anything to my variable categories, because what I did different with this monthly budget was restrict them to see if I could live on like just like less variable spending money. And I was like, do I want to add anything to savings? I did save $2,400 of my tax refund last month. So I've already done a lot of saving. And so I had to weigh, do I want to save more, or do I want to take this opportunity to pay some extra debt where I was afraid I was going to get behind? So I have decided that I want to put it towards my debt. So I'm going to take the 478 and I'm going to put it all into Nelnet B. So I was plus 406, but then this should put me at minus. So 78 minus 72 is 406. So yep, that is going to zero out my budget here compared to my monthly numbers. So $478 off of this paycheck here. And then paycheck 1, 445 plus 478, $923 I will be paying to Nelnet B this month, which is sick. So I'm gonna go ahead and write that in. So that is paycheck number 2's budget, short, sweet, and simple. Now the fun but sometimes not so fun part. I'm going to be tracking some of the spending that I've been doing. And I took my transaction log sheet and I did make it into a half classic printable. So it's in my shop if you're interested, but I figured I would try it just to be able to move it around within the monthly budget for whatever I need. And because I'm like a listing type of person, it's kind of easier when it's like presented to me in a column. It has actually made me want to use it more. So I'm going to be tracking the spending for weeks 1, 2, and 3 in my variable spending categories. So I'm going to painstakingly write all of them out on the form really quick. So there's all my categories, and I started with $50 in allowance, $2.25 in food, $20 in laundry, $70 in pet, and $35 in transportation. So let's take a look first over the calendar, and let's just see if I've been able to stick to those pretty well. So these are the colors I chose for April. So I'm going to start with, I only have 2 allowance transactions. Allowance is this gray color. So I had 1 transaction in the beginning of the month for Sephora for $3. And then I had an Amazon purchase for $28. And Sephora was on the 2nd because my birthday was the 1st. So when I went to pick up my birthday gift at Sephora, I bought myself a face mask as like a little birthday treat. And then Amazon was on the 13th. So let's see how that's gonna translate here. So week 1, I spent $3, and then week 2, I spent the $28. And then week 3, I didn't spend anything. So I didn't add anything. So 50 minus 3 would have been 47. And then 47 minus 28, $19. So I'm still at $19 of allowance for the month. So that's all my allowance that I've been spending. That is a category that I did cut. I used to give myself $20 a week, so like $80 a month. And then I started cutting it down to 60, and I cut it down to 50, and it's a pretty safe range for me. So allowance is working out pretty good. Next is the scary one. That is food. So let's take a look at how I've been doing for food. So I have a McDonald's for $5, and then a Cumbies for $4. Taco Bell for $6, and then Walgreens for $4, and then Walmart for $49. That was actual groceries. Then more Cumbies, $5, and then more Taco Bell, $6, and then the 99 restaurant for $18. So far I've had a lot of food transactions, but they, for the most part, have been in very small amounts. So let's go ahead and add these. So McDonald's $5, that was on Saturday. And then Cumbies on the 6th. Taco Bell on the 7th. Walgreens on the 8th. Walmart on the 9th. And then we have Cumbies on 4/20. Taco Bell is on 4/24. And then the 99 on 4/25. So yeah, you can actually kind of see my my train of thought that ended up happening here was that I ended up getting like a lot of like snacks, fast food stuff this week. And then I was just like, no, I need to go get groceries. So I went to Walmart and I was kind of like all set for a little bit. And now I'm like spending again. So I did kind of mess up and put these. I'm not focusing on this week. I was only focusing on 1, 2, and 3. So I grouped the first and second into this week as like one big week. So I'm only focusing on the first 3 weeks here. So for week 1, I had 5 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 49. So 68. 225 minus the 68, 157. And then week 2, nothing on food. That's impressive. So 157. And then I had $5 at Cumbies on week 3. So 152 is what I have left so far. So I've been able to stick to it mainly because I've been trying to meal prep and I've been trying to use up a lot of stuff that I already have in my pantry, in my freezer. So I'm really trying to stretch things out. I think I'm going to try this value again for May and see how it does for me, and just to make sure that this is not like a fluke month or anything of me just being extra frugal. So that was all my food spending, so surprisingly light. Let's move on to pets is yellow, and I only think I had one transaction. Yeah, Petco was $49, and that was on the 8th. So technically week 1, as I've been recording it, so 49. So 21 I have left. And then here. By the way, yeah, so I didn't add anything for food, and I didn't add anything here for laundry, and I still haven't spent my laundry money, by the way. So transportation, which I used to call gas, but it didn't include loading money onto my Easy Pass, my toll transponder. So I just decided to group them together into transportation and just significantly reduce the amount of money I put into that because I'm not traveling for work anymore. So I don't need to spend a lot of money on gasoline or tolls, which is really, really nice. So I had actually, no. I haven't gotten gas at all? Really? Yeah, no, I haven't gotten gas. Well, not with my money. I had to bring my boyfriend somewhere, and he filled my gas tank for me. So that's why I haven't had to fill anything. So I've actually haven't spent any of that money. That's awesome. So 35 left still. I think I'm just gonna wait till May's budget to get gas then, because I don't really like need it. I still have a couple gallons, and with the way I'm driving for my job now, that couple gallons will last me like 3 weeks. So that's awesome. And as I'm filming this, we're in the last week of the month. As you can see, I have transactions up to the 25th today. So I still have one more week. I think I want to do another Walmart pickup, so maybe I'll squeeze it in the next couple days since I have the leverage for it. But I'm doing really, really good. I'm doing a lot better than I expected, which has me nervous. I'm now thinking this is a fluke month. So, like I said, I'll have to carry these values into the next month and really put them to the test to see if it's actually going to work out for me, and that I'm like not just, you know, getting lucky and it just being like circumstantial right now. Well, I'm very excited. I had such a fun update for you guys. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I sincerely do appreciate it, and all your continued support on my financial journey here. Thank you so much for watching and for being a part of it and continuing to cheer me on. I can't wait to finally get through the end of this month and share the results with you guys. So I hope you stay tuned for that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching again. I hope to see you down in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.